I wonder, does a camera simply help us remember what we've already seen? Or can it actually help us see what others forget to look at? We know time passes quickly. The problem is that it's in so many places at once that we must let it go unnoticed. But what if time simply waited for us to catch up? Could we see more? Maybe even feel more? Or would we still find a way to be indifferent as we quickly moved on to the next passing moment? They say it's the journey, not the destination, and many times that's true. But perhaps we should also take advantage of the time that we have when we get there, because, like time, the destination also won't last forever. We came to Carlsbad, California for a day of shooting with the Pixel 6 Pro. At least, that was the plan. What we got was something different. And what we kept was not only what we saw, but also what we didn't see. This was supposed to be a Pixel 6 review. We have a problem. So I don't know what we're going to do.
So what happens because you don't use a case on your phone?
We're going to use your iPhone right now and we'll...
You have the other phone, right? Don't you have the Samsung too?
Yeah.
Your daddy's an idiot.
So obviously our original intent was to do a full review of the Pixel 6 Pro. We're trying to improvise because, you know, that's what you do. So right now I'm shooting on Paulina's iPhone 13 Pro, and I've got a Galaxy S21 Ultra, and we figured maybe we'd do a versus video. Now this won't be a classic versus video, meaning I'm not going to have split screen and all the rest of the stuff so you can compare exactly. What we're going to do is we're going to break this down into 1/3 each. 1/3 with the iPhone, which you'll see first, and then 1/3 with my Galaxy S21 Ultra, and then on Wednesday when I get the Pixel 6 Pro, my second one, we will do 1/3 with that. We'll look at time lapse, slow motion, all kinds of stuff. Check how the audio is, the stabilization, all the rest, and compare all of these phones and get a good idea by watching it, hopefully, of what it looks like if you were to have these phones for a full day on a trip somewhere like Carlsbad, California.
I may or may not have omitted the fact that we have the dog.
What? Why? You just tell them we have a dog. We're allowed to have dogs here. Why would you not? Are you trying to save the $80, you cheap bastard?
It's like $150.
What do you mean they don't know you're with me? You're with the dog.
You're with the dog.
Oh no, I'm not. I refuse to participate in what you're doing.
We'll have to go through the other side.
I will not sneak out of this hotel. Let's go. I'm not sneaking out of the hotel. You're going, you?
The other side.
No, you're doing the walk of shame through the lobby with the dog.
No.
Walk of shame through the lobby with the dog. Let's go.
No, because I didn't tell him I had a dog. I didn't tell him.
I know that, but you're going to go and admit that.
Oh, we can go that way.
We are at the Cape Ray Hilton, which is a great place to stay in Carlsbad. It is right on the beach. How long are you going to make him wait for it? Oliver, I want you to have it, believe me.
Take it. Good boy. Good boy.
So why not torture the dog for a little while?
It's just training. It's called training. Something you don't know how to do.
Just go straight down. The gate's open. You just gotta hop that little fence. The San Diego area is home to some of America's best beaches, but if you'd like to get out of the tourist traffic, Carlsbad is a great way to do it. A happy medium between the chaotic glamour of Orange County and the laid-back charm of San Diego, Carlsbad is home to Legoland, you know, if you're into that sort of thing, as well as some great beaches that won't be as crowded as the ones in San Diego. For the first part of the trip, we used Paulina's iPhone to take it all in, and as usual, it was outstanding. The iPhone has always been the king of video, and the iPhone 13 Pro hasn't missed a beat. The main camera features a larger sensor and faster aperture than previous models, and the color rendering is spot on, with realistic, accurate reproduction. Overall, the iPhone is what I'd recommend if you want a simple point-and-shoot experience that delivers basically a 9 out of 10 most of the time.
Okay, so now we're going to switch to the S21 Ultra. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We spent most of the day with the iPhone 13 Pro. Sort of interested to see how this does. On the viewfinder, it looks like we've got a lot poppier colors, but you know, a little more contrast, but I don't know, that may not be true. Anyway, so this is now the next section of this is all going to be with the S21 Ultra, and then we'll check out the Pixel 6 Pro after that. We're on the S21 Ultra, and obviously the dog is deciding where we're going. What are we doing right now? We're gonna go take a walk? I do have a question though. How many mimosas have you had?
Just a couple.
Because I feel like maybe the speech is a little slurred. Do this for me. Repeat after me. She sells seashells by the seashore.
You can't even say it. And just, you know, when you speak as many languages as I do, and you have a couple drinks, it's not as easy to keep up, that's all.
Also would like to really get an idea about how these work as far as colors and how they handle the sun, and also the fact that we're on a pretty cloudy day. I wouldn't complain if I had one of these. Amazingly enough, people still get the newspaper delivered in America. And for whatever reason, my dog has decided that it needs to piss on every tree in the neighborhood. And of course, we're walking down a street completely lined with trees, so we have to stop over and over again. So our biggest struggle so far has been finding somewhere that we can take the dog. The state beach doesn't allow the dog. We found a great place where you could hike through the caverns, no dog. There's some hikes also that look really good along the beach. No dogs. So we're trying to figure that out. I actually think we'll probably do a video of where the best places to take your dog are in Southern California. So we're at Grandview Surf Beach, which is one of the big beaches for surfing here in Carlsbad, California. And we're gonna catch the sunset from here. Now all I have to do is figure out if Paulina is awake, because the mimosas did their damage. Okay, so this is clearly the spot for our sunset, which we will get in time-lapse on the S21 Ultra.
I'm an Android user because iPhones, for all their simplicity and charm, bore the hell out of me. I don't want to wait years for features that Android users currently enjoy, and periodically I just like to change manufacturers. However, I film a lot with iPhone because while Android phones can sometimes produce fantastic results with video, they never reach the consistency that's enjoyed by Apple users. The Galaxy S21 Ultra has been the first phone that I've used interchangeably and not felt like I might be sacrificing. In fact, I rather enjoy the more crisp contrast and boosted colors that one gets from Samsung phones, and in still photography, I'd say the S21 might even be better. What I've always envied about Apple fanboys is that consistent, built-by-Apple ecosystem. That's why the new Google Pixel 6 caught my eye. Sometimes it is the journey, not the destination. We're in Lake Elsinore, California, and there is a road called the Ortega Highway which divides the coast from the Inland Empire in California, and it is a great little spot kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's a place called the Lookout Roadhouse, which is just a little bar that you can have a couple drinks on your way to the beach. But I figured it would be a great place for us to test out the Pixel 6 Pro. We've got our hands on it again. It finally came. FedEx showed up just about an hour ago. So there's going to be quite a bit of road noise here, but this is the Lookout Roadhouse. Well, it does not appear that they are open, because honestly, I could have gone for a beer right now. Let's see, what do we got? We got a pretty good selection of beers anyway. You know, when you live in Southern California, there's so much of this that you kind of just take it for granted, actually. But this is a fantastic spot to stop. I mean, if you're just driving along and you get something like this, why wouldn't you just take it in? Hopefully I'll avoid falling off here, because it looks like it's a pretty good long way down. Oh yeah, see? We didn't expect to use 3 phones this weekend, but then again, a lot happened that we didn't expect, and that is really, in the end, what it's all about. All of these cameras are great, and you wouldn't regret any of them. I'm going to be using the Pixel 6 Pro for the next year, but whether it was Google, Apple, or Samsung, they all do the job. You can form your own opinion about what looks better to you. There were so many things that I saw as I edited this episode, and so many of them put a smile on my face. They weren't necessarily what I intended to film, but when I watched it again, I realized there is so much more to a video than what was originally framed. They say it's the journey, not the destination, and well, that is true. But it's the memories that remain, and whatever camera you're using, be glad you have one, because life, like time, is fleeting. And since we're always told we shouldn't hold on to the past, we might as well have something in our hands that promises, just in case we do, it will be something that we're proud of and something that time will remember long after we're gone.